This is our dining room, and for 2 months we've been living like this, in this mess.
Some of you might know that I'm a waste pipe guy. I don't do incoming, I do outgoing.
Now we just have a little gap underneath though there, Philip.
Ça te donne envie de passer la journée là-dedans? Non. Non? Bah c'est dommage parce que t'as pas de choix. Well, that was the first go on that hedge. Admittedly, it looks more like a massacre than topiary.
My name is Anna. I'm an English former fashion and textile designer. I moved to Paris aged 23 to work for the French couture house Baumann and stayed for the croissants, the wine, and of course for Philip, a filmmaker from the South Tyrolean Alps. After 10 amazing years, getting married, buying and renovating 2 homes and having 2 babies, we decided city life was no longer for us. Philip had been dreaming of buying a chateau since the day we met and finally convinced me to start looking. We came to visit Chateau Gonville-sur-Honfleur. Despite being in quite poor condition and needing a complete renovation, we immediately fell in love. In May 2019, we got the keys to the chateau, our new home. With a tight budget, we had no choice but to do most of the renovations by ourselves. We're learning new skills as we go, building muscles we never knew we had, and getting creative to make the chateau as personal as possible whilst preserving its historic features. It's all part of this crazy family adventure, and we wouldn't change it for anything.
With my considerable amount of experience in running and supervising building sites, I realized that one key factor of a happy and efficient work environment is order. It is crucial to keep your site clean, to know where your tools are. Have I always been a prime example for what I just said? Maybe not. But this here, this is not me. At least that's not what I want to be. And that's why I decided to sort out my toolboxes today. And because that might as well be the most interesting thing I'm going to do today, I decided to share it with you. I have 2 main toolboxes, one for each of my favorite trades, electricity and plumbing. Now, when it comes to plumbing, some of you might know that I'm a waste pipe guy. I don't do incoming, I do outgoing. When it comes to electricity, however, I do whatever is requested and necessary. Unfortunately, over time, tools from one box ended up in the other box and vice versa. Even invasive tools that don't belong there at all have landed here, like this saw, for instance. That's not good, and that has to change, and that's what I'm going to change today. And that's kind of exciting because I can see already the 2 perfectly arranged toolboxes with all my favorite tools perfectly aligned. And then Anna calls me and she says, "Philip, can you fix that light switch?" And I go down and have my professional toolbox, a professional look in my eyes, and without even looking, grab the right tool, fix that light switch, influencer style. And she goes, "Wow, that's a pro."
Hi guys, I'm back. Thank you for all your lovely messages that you left on the last vlog. I was very touched. And thankfully I am almost fully recovered. I still have a little bit of bruising, but thankfully the makeup has hidden that. So yes, I am back and I have finally finished painting our laundry room. So it's not going to be a big reveal because we've still got loads that we would like to do in here to make it really perfect. The plan in here eventually would be to get Benoit, the carpenter, back to make some bespoke wooden built-in cupboards. So we would love in this area over here to have some great storage with, you know, maybe some doors so we can shut all the mess away. And in this area, we are planning to get some built-in cupboards, hide away the washing machines. That's why we haven't yet covered up those ugly pipes. Things left to do in here are light switch, plug socket, change the light fittings, glass above the door, and you might be wondering why I haven't painted this door over here. That's because when it arrived, unfortunately it was broken. So we need to take that back to the shop and then I'll be able to paint that.
You called for an electrician?
Yeah, perfect timing. And you're looking so professional.
Thank you. I knew it.
kind of didn't realise we were putting the nice old handles on, so I didn't do any filling on the door. So there's all those little tiny details that always take forever, and never mind.
Oh, you mean this?
Yeah.
It's all right.
Well, it's just our downstairs toilet, and no guests are going to see it. It's fine for us. Hello.
Hey. Are you watching? Are you seeing what I'm doing?
What do you think?
Is it nice? Do you like the colour? Yeah, push. Well done.
Good job.
Good. And now, this goes in here. But I need to lift you up because you can't see it. Yeah.
Good job. Well done, Ella.
Let's try if it works. Can you make a test?
Yeah.
Can you test shut the door?
Put your fingers. It works. Now we just have a little gap underneath though there, Philip. Can you see?
Yeah, but that's your fault because you didn't fill it.
Oh, it's my fault.
Yes, you can still fill it, can't you?
Yeah. The last little bit.
Mama.
Ella, what are you doing?
What do you think?
Show me.
What do you think?
It looks good. I'm really happy with it. I just think I need to fill those holes. I'm annoyed with myself where the old handle was.
This little hole, yeah?
No, the one above.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Horrible mistake.
Yeah. So I have to sand those down and fill them and repaint that bit, but
That's okay.
yeah. This is our dining room, and for 2 months we've been living like this, in this mess, and finally today we can start moving all of this back into the laundry room, and I cannot wait.
Voilà Nathan, ton poste de travail aujourd'hui, ça te donne envie de passer la journée là-dedans?
Non.
Non?
Non.
Bah c'est dommage parce que t'as pas de choix. Ok, c'est un placard, mais l'activité elle est passionnante. En fait, tu vas enlever l'ancien papier peint. Il y a deux types de papier peint. Il y a du papier peint plastifié, qui est plus difficile à enlever, et il y a du papier peint traditionnel, qui s'enlèvera bien avec cette machine-là. Parce qu'il faut imaginer qu'à la fin, on va peindre tout ce placard. Parce que c'est le placard de notre 4e chambre. Et comme tu sais, dans 1 mois et demi, il faut qu'il soit terminé. Mais néanmoins, on se donne le temps pour donner un cours de français à nos abonnés. Alors, les outils à ta disposition.
Un couteau. Un petit couteau.
Un petit couteau.
Un grand couteau.
Un grand couteau.
J'en ai aucune idée.
J'en ai aucune idée. Voilà. Ça va? Tu te débrouilles? Ouais. Oh, by the way, if you would like to become volunteer at our chateau, don't hesitate to get in touch with us. The contact details are below the video in the description.
Oh! Philippe? Philippe? Oh!
So finally I decided to let Nathan out of the cupboard because he did a brilliant job. He finished, the wallpaper is removed, and to express our gratitude I decided to show him a very special place. We treat our volunteers well, we show them the surroundings, I know Nathan was born here, so he knows it probably better than us, but still there are some places he never has seen, and this is one of the places. Nathan, tu es impatient de découvrir ce lieu magique?
Très impatient. Et du coup, j'ai le droit à un indice.
Oui, si tu regardes derrière nous...
Une voiture?
Non, la remorque. Une remorque. Ah, c'est la nôtre.
Ah, ok.
Oui. Ben, je ne peux pas te dire plus. Oui, je ne veux pas te cacher la surprise.
Ouais, c'est vrai que ça serait bête.
That's the advantage if you volunteer. You just get to see places that normally tourists never see. Now, this place is so popular that you have to queue to get into it. That on your face shows happiness and excitement. This is fun, isn't it? So Nathan, how exciting was that?
Franchement, merci beaucoup. Ça m'a fait super plaisir.
Écoute,
c'était incroyable l'endroit. Magnifique vue.
Écoute, je suis ravi.
Des gens super.
Je suis ravi. Et tu méritais bien.
Merci.
Yeah, it was exciting, but we also were really lucky with the weather.
This might not be the most exciting reveal for you guys, but for us, having this laundry room finished makes a big difference. It means one more room and one more area of the chateau is done, almost. It will look better when we can afford to get Benoit back so he can do some built-in cupboards. But for now, it's just a really practical space, and I'm just really happy to have this finished. Almost. Just a couple of tiny details left, but that won't take any time. By the way, Philip, did you order the lights?
I did, Anna, and putting the lights on the ceiling will be the highlight of next week's vlog.
But there's another room that has changed dramatically thanks to finishing this laundry room. And that is the dining room, which for the last 2 months has been such a mess. And it's such a pity because it's one of the most beautiful rooms. It's in the center of the chateau, and it just stressed me out every time I had to walk through this room. So it feels great to finally get it empty again. A lot of people, when they come and see the chateau now, are kind of in shock when they see that half the wallpaper is falling off the wall, and they think that it's been like this and that it, you know, was left in ruin by the previous owners. But actually, that's not true, is it, Philip?
No, it's not true. It was me. I spotted an original wall painting behind all these layers of wallpaper, and I just couldn't help myself but to investigate further. And then we found the green, and we found the beautiful design, and we never finished, or I never finished, because we had more important things to do.
And the other really exciting news is that our Patreon group is growing day by day and becoming a real community. And that's exciting because it is enabling us to continue our restoration of the chateau in the best possible and most respectful way. Already we've hit 2 major targets. So the first target is reinstating the topiary hedges in the chateau gardens. That we will do in November. We've been advised that's the best time to plant those hedges. The other target was to restore the 19th century mural in this room. We have a good friend who's an art restorer in Paris, and she has said she will come and help us, give us a little consultation on the techniques and processes we will need in order to restore it. And once the mural has been restored, then we can finish the rest of the room and bring it back to being the beautiful formal dining room that it once was in the 18th century.
But this is only a start. We have some major projects planned that we intend to share with you, of course, and that we want to finance with the money that the Chateau makes to the Patreon platform. And one of these projects is the renovation of this facade. When we purchased the Chateau, this facade was actually the best looking one. All the other ones, they were in far worse condition, and we unfortunately completely underestimated the cost of renovation of the Chateau facade. So we didn't have a choice, and we renovated only 3 of them, the minimum necessary to prevent bricks falling on our future clients' heads. It's a pity to leave it in that state because it's such a beautiful facade and has so much detail. We also have problems with water infiltration underneath the roof. There's a lot of bricks missing, and we have falling pieces of mortar. So it becomes sort of an emergency, but thanks to the support of our Patreon community, we should be able to fix that during winter. Now, if you look at old pictures of the Chateau, you'll see it has shutters. And when we arrived, the shutters were still there, most of them, and we are often asked whether we want to reinstall them. Now, we had to take them off because they were in really bad conditions, but the answer to that question is a clear yes. A lot of historic buildings in Normandy had shutters, but many people removed them for the sake of simplicity and to save money on restoring them. These shutters were there for a reason. In winter they closed them, especially in the unused rooms, to keep the house warm, and even in summer they protected the fragile windows from storm and rain. So we do want to reinstall these windows, but we have to renovate them first. They are stored in our coach house and we have hundreds of them. Anyways, that's another project where the support of our patrons is crucial. And maybe you became curious now to find out how this Patreon page looks. So head over to Patreon, the link is down in the description of this video, and see what kind of goodies and additional content you will get from us in exchange for your support. But now back to a more modest task. To quote a film title from Werner Herzog, even dwarfs started small. I don't think that made sense to anybody. Now this is a garden job I wanted to do for ages, taking care of this hedge here, which is completely out of shape. It's not the most beautiful hedge because it's a mix of many different plants, but it's okay here, and it was here when we came, but it hasn't been taken care of for many years, so I need to bring it back to shape, and then hopefully it looks nice. And we absolutely need it because it's behind that hedge that we have this nice pathway where the wild garlic grows, and it's that hedge that gives it this tunnel-like magical feel. Well, that was the first go on that hedge. Admittedly, it looks more like a massacre than topiary, but I guess that's how it always looks when you start. Now I go on the other side, continue on the other side, and then I will go back here and do the fine-tuning. It's quite tiring. I don't know what you think, but in my opinion this is progress, and I'm happy. There's still a couple of branches growing over the hedge, and I don't like that. I would like to see our outbuildings from the chateau, and that means I have to get rid of some of the lower branches of these trees. Tonight it's too late. I don't want to make any noise for the sake of my family. They are all at the dinner table and I'm tired, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna film it, but I'm gonna do it tomorrow. How nice is that? You brought me dinner. That's super nice of you. What is it?
There's speck, there's cheese, and there's salami
Lily, that is super nice of you. I'm really grateful. So girls, what do you think? Look behind you. I walked on the hedge. Do you think it looks better? Can you see any difference?
Yeah.
Yes? Can you see the difference, Ella?
Yeah.
That's good.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. For exclusive videos and behind the scenes updates, have a look at our Patreon page. Thank you so much for watching.